a beautiful day the Lord has made. We are so happy and we rejoice over it. We just want to thank God because of what the church, the FCG church in Linz, and my friend Lilly, what they have done for Precious Virginia Home. I want to be very, very grateful because of several items that the church has contributed towards Precious Virginia Home. To begin with, we have a portion mill. The work of the portion mill is to grind our grains. We do grind our grains, of course. We do maize, we do cereal, all the kinds of cereals. We do millets, cassavas, even groundnuts. We do a lot that we mix together in order to give us a complete diet for our children. So we are so grateful for the portion mill. And looking on the rooftop of our house, you will see panels of solar. This is our panel for the solar. I'm sure we have seen the panels on top of the roof, but now this is the control panel. From here we can set, of course, as you know, the control panel. We have a changeover switch. It can work both for electricity and for the solar, but most of the time we use it on the solar. It's only when maybe there hasn't been enough sunshine that we use electricity, but 95% this solar is really serving the home, and we are very, very grateful. The work is splendid. Like I said, we have a lot of work during the night. For example, the lighting and the freezer. We have a freezer here. My brother, maybe if you can show the freezer. We have a freezer there. It helps a lot. There's a lot of food that is stored there. And we have a rice cooker here also. This is a donation by Sharing Hands, our friends from Austria. We are very grateful. Even currently as we are speaking, it's in the process of preparing. We are already preparing some rice for our children. We can do it very easily. It makes our work a lot easy. And we also have our cooker here, the gas cooker. This is also a donation from Sharing Hands, my sister Lilly, and the church in Linz. This is a cooker. We use it both for oven. It has a compartment for oven. We bake our cakes from here. Today we've not baked any cake, but we do a lot of baking from the oven. And of course the cooking is multi-purpose. We also have a panel for electricity. That is only when we don't have gas. We can use electricity. It has one panel. But the rest is gas, and it's a lot economical when we are using gas. So we want to be very grateful. We thank God for everything. And because of the solar, we have these gadgets. We use these gadgets, for example. This is a blender, We have a blender here. We can blend some fruits for the children. We should have prepared some fruits to blend. So we have a blender here. We have quite a number of things. This is a blender for fruits. We can use it on gas, and we have something else here again. We have another gadget here. Everything is using solar, the power of solar. And here, this is a grinder. We use the grinder especially for the nuts. Those panels, they have revolutionized this home. Because we used to have issues to do the electricity. Half the time electricity goes off, and because of the solar panels, it has actually revolutionized our home. We have lights throughout the night. Our home is lit. We don't have insecurity cases because of the lighting. And those solars, they are actually taking the place of electricity. We have several gadgets that use electricity. We have washing machines. We have the cooker. We have fridges. We have a freezer. And we have a television. We charge our phones and several other things. We have a rice cooker. We have a blender. All the things that use electricity, they have been replaced by our solar panel. And that means we have cut down on the cost of electricity. The money that used to be used, to recharge electricity or to buy tokens for electricity, that money has been converted to other uses in the home. We can buy fish, we can buy milk for our children, and we can even have other cases that we can use the money that would have gone on electricity. So we are very grateful. Having mentioned that, our children have wheelchairs, courtesy FCG and our sister Lilly. We want to thank you very much because of the wheelchairs. Our children were immobile, they would not move from one place to another, but because of those wheelchairs, it has made life easy for our children. They can move about, we can take them for rides, they can walk around the compound. They can see the sky, they can see the birds, they can see, the swaying of the trees and the wind. So life has been brought back to our children because of the wheelchairs. Hello. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lily, for the work. Thank you, Lily.
Asante sana Lily. Asante sana. Mungu uzima kubariki.
We are so grateful. There is quite a number of things. When you walk inside our dormitory, you will see our children, they have proper beddings, and their life has been made easy. For example, Pampers. Initially, we had a very, very big challenge about Pampers. But my sister, I want to thank you categorically because of the recyclable Pampers. We can wash them over and over again, and that has actually cut down on the cost of living because we no longer have to use the disposable Pampers. Now we have the recyclable ones, we can wash them, and they last much, much longer. We are so grateful. It's keeping the hygiene levels very high, and we are so grateful because even as the workers, it was difficult for us, maintaining the cleanliness of our children, but because of Pampers, now everything is made easy. We just wrap them up in the Pampers and life continues until when we have to change them, and we change them into other Pampers. So we are very grateful. On this particular subject about Pampers, I still want to appeal. We do not have enough. If we can have more Pampers, especially the recyclable ones, we will be very, very grateful. Because what's happening is like during the rainy season, the Pampers take long to dry. But when the climate changes, when it is hot enough, they dry early, or they take short time to dry. So we need more Pampers by the grace of God. If we can have a way of getting more disposable, recyclable Pampers, we will be very grateful. We want to thank the FCG Church. We want to thank the sharing hands. You have brought light in Precious Virginia home. You have revolutionized the life in Precious Virginia. We are so happy. The workers are so happy. Our children are so happy. And I'm sure even the angels in heaven, they are rejoicing because of the happiness that you have put on the faces of children who otherwise were left to die. So we are very grateful. We thank God for you. We pray that may God prolong your lives. May God give you good health. And even as we continue partnering, as we continue working together, we pray for health, we pray for strength, and we pray for many doors, that God may open many doors for us to work together for the interest of the children who are living with cerebral palsy. Thank you, my sister Lily. Thank you so much, the FCG Church. Thank you, Sharing Hands. May God shower you with blessings from heaven, that you may never lack anything in your lives, that we may continue working together for the purpose of children living with disabilities. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. God bless you.
Hi, how are you, Arthur? I hope you're doing well. I'm in Kisumu County, in Pala Park. We have visited several places. Here we have seen wild animals like giraffe, zebras, lions, hyenas, and among others. We have visited Port Victoria, and now we are in Impala Park. I think when we finish here, we will be now on our way to go. I just say thank you, I'm happy, and may God bless you.
Hello, good afternoon. As we were talking about the support and the donations that we have received from FCG and Sharing Hands through my sister Lilly and her husband, Mr. Gandhamaya, we are so grateful. Precious Home has enjoyed tremendous support that we have received from your hands. For example, the mosquito nets. The installation of mosquito nets in Precious Virginia Home, it has really done us a great deal of avoiding our children from contacting malaria. We were in and out of hospitals all the time. Every time you find a child is sick, and the diagnosis always shows the kid has malaria. So malaria is caused by mosquitoes, and the biggest challenge that we had, our children were sleeping without mosquito nets. So when you donated these mosquito nets and the installation of the whole package, we were very grateful. It has really cut down on the trips we were having to the hospital, because very minimal percentage of our children are suffering from malaria. As you know, sometimes mosquitoes bite during the night. So we put our children in the mosquito nets during the night. But in the evenings, just before they go into the nets, you'll find a stray mosquito, it's biting them. And maybe for that case, you'll find 1 out of 10 children contacting malaria. So thank you very much, my sister Lily. Thank you, Mr. Maya. I want to thank you because of the FCG and the Sharing Hands. Thank you so much because of the mosquito nets that you installed in Precious Home. As you can see, we are really enjoying, and even it has changed the face of our dormitories. You can see the children are sleeping in the mosquito nets, and they are very safe. We say in Swahili, sisi ndani mbu nje. That means we are inside the mosquito nets and the mosquitoes are outside the nets. Thank you so much. One more thing I really want to thank you about is the NHIF. NHIF means the National Hospital Insurance Fund. About 18 households, 18 children, and 4 workers, the caregivers of our children, they are enjoying the National Hospital Insurance Fund. This one is a fund that is covering us health, it's a health insurance. So we walk into hospitals when we are sick, our bills are already paid. You know, this one is a milestone. It's a big achievement. Because as you know, most of our children come from very humble backgrounds. Mostly their parents or even their relatives will not be able to take care, or rather to treat them when they are sick. So we have the National Hospital Insurance Fund. In short, it is the NHIF. NHIF is covering 18 of our children and 4 of us workers, including myself. I don't know where I would be. I don't know how life would have been like without the insurance fund. Because today, for me, as the director of the home, I am not worried about anything. When I'm sick, I walk into the hospital, I receive the care that I need from the hospital, I receive the drugs like our children, the epileptic children. Cerebral palsy and epilepsy, they are twins. You cannot separate them. So our children who are suffering from epilepsy, they get their drugs, the carbamazepines, the phenobarbitals, the epilims, they get these drugs from the hospital. So we no longer care, we no longer are worried about being sick. So NHIF And the mosquito nets, we are well covered. In case we are sick, we walk in the hospital. We don't have a problem. And then when we can avoid the mosquito bites, we avoid the mosquito bites through the mosquito nets. So we are very grateful. We thank God for you every day. We are so humbled. We are so grateful because of these items. As you have seen in the past, there are a lot more you are doing for us, and we really appreciate. We just want to pray that may God open ways for you. May God enrich you more. May God give you long and healthy life, that you may continue to support Precious Virginia Home. Thank you. I'm very grateful. Asante. Thank you so much. God bless you.